It feels more like a very real safari.
These are the Komodo Dragons of Indonesia, the largest lizard in the world, and we finally got to see them in real life.
The stick for the dragon.
Yeah, for the protect.
Okay.
Yeah, because the Komodo dragon aggressive.
Yeah.
In our last video, we shared how after 10 years of visiting Bali together, we have finally put $2,500 on the line, booked a 3-day liveaboard boat tour, and made our way here to Komodo National Park.
Because this is the only place on Earth you can see Komodo dragons in the wild.
Babe, did you know this was going to be such an adventure?
I actually didn't. I thought that this was just going to be a quick hop to the island, almost have like a little natural zoo situation.
Yeah.
But honestly, that was just the beginning.
So many dolphins. I can't look away. So many. Look
Because we booked this trip for one thing and had no idea what else was coming.
at barbecue bintangs and bats. I am so excited for this. I have been wanting to see Komodo dragons for literally my entire life. I grew up with a dad who watched Animal Planet and Discovery like basically every single evening. So I constantly saw these like amazing creatures. So I think it's like embedded in me to like be interested in them. And I was doing some reading and I cannot believe some of the stuff that I was reading about.
Recommendation your guide, you can track medium track 1.5 kilometers per the time, 1 hour.
The goat just went under the table. You can see through here all these houses. This is the more traditional style, the ones that are up on stilts. That's the stop. Two things apparently. One of them is the tide, because it can come right the way in here, which seems unlikely, but maybe with the mud that is possible. And then also the Komodos can't get up the stairs, so it kind of protects them as well as the goats. We're definitely getting the real Komodo experience coming through here. Yeah, don't eat that, pal. This is the goats on their football field, I guess. Oh yeah. Yeah, oh, chickens too. And that, oh, sorry, sir.
Oh yes, and babies.
Yeah, that's incredible. The guides or the rangers that are with us legit have sticks.
If you're wondering why they have sticks, it's because these dragons don't mess around.
The stick for the dragon.
Yeah, for the protect.
Okay.
Yeah, because the Komodo dragon aggressive.
Yeah.
You wanna take the hand
Yeah.
and hands.
Oh, I like I'm gonna push them away.
And look this.
They can take down a water buffalo. They use bacteria and venom to poison, basically. And it takes a couple of days for that poison to work its way through the prey. And then it dies a long, slow death. So there's that happy story for you.
Yeah. They average about 70 kilos, but the largest one that's ever been weighed was 166 kilos.
It's massive.
So they also can body you completely, because they're, especially you.
Yeah, I'm no match. I should probably be by someone with a stick.
Yeah, hopefully these old guys with their sticks are a bit more, just a bit stronger than maybe they look. Whoa. Look how big that one is.
Dane was like, oh, there it is. Oh, it's a statue.
That's a bit bigger than 166 kilos.
3,217 Komodo dragon.
Oh.
But the mini dragon on this island, the 1,600 Komodo dragon, the
Wow.
Komodo Island. Huh?
Babe, did you know this was going to be such an adventure?
I actually didn't. I thought that this was just going to be a quick hop to the island, almost have like a little natural zoo situation.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like they're all just in one area.
Yeah, but I love that we saw the local village, local life, and we're actually off on like a proper trip.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth knowing if you do plan to come here. I mean, we were told to wear shoes, and we were like, why? We just hiked a mountain yesterday in slides, but we're this is why. We're stepping over mushrooms on a fallen tree.
I think we found one. We're at the back of the line, so I don't actually know. Rangers are going that way.
Bruno's like,
There's a fork in the road.
oh no, I'm at the back without a safety net. Where's my stick? Joking aside though, this is so cool. You know, you're in a group, everybody goes silent and you hear little murmurs. Oh, it's there. It feels more like a very real safari with genuine actual danger, you know.
It looks like a rock. It's massive.
That's the size of you. See, we just walked out from there and we didn't even know there was one chilling in the bush right there. Because everybody's eyes were out looking at this guy. Man, they need to feed the goats around here.
They do.
So, did it live up to your expectations?
It actually did. It was better in the sense that we got to see more with the village and the people, and then the fact that they were.
Sorry, we're so distracted. Look at this village is just insane. You're a friendly little bugger. Bit cute.
The goat whisperer.
So many distractions in this village on my days.
But what I was saying was it was awesome to see all the Komodo dragons spread out, and different groups of people were with different dragons. So it didn't feel like you were in some kind of a zoo, everyone like herding in to see like this one dragon.
I think it just felt more like an adventure rather than a tourist attraction. And then look at the goat. Oh, look at the two up the back. Thank you so much. Where? It's crazy! Woo! Stace, what the hell?
So many dolphins! I can't look away. So many.
Wow.
I didn't expect to see dolphins.
Was not on my radar.
Oh my goodness, so we've already seen Komodo dragons and dolphins, and it's 9 a.m.
And then yesterday so many turtles as well, and
Bajillion
unbelievable.
fish.
Yeah,
So much coral.
some of the best snorkeling we have done anywhere else in the world. And then you have all of this, and then our very next stop is a sandbar, and then we're hopefully going to see manta rays.
Okay, so we didn't get to see mantas, which is a shame, because we really wanted to. We've had really good luck on this trip, haven't we?
We might still this afternoon, but we did see other things, which was still good snorkeling though, wasn't it?
Yeah, we saw baby shark. We saw...
Yeah, I was surprised by that.
I don't know what kind of shark, yeah?
What was the shark? Black tip or something?
I think it was a white tip.
Could have been white, could have
He's
been black
colourblind.
tip.
We saw turtles, heaps of fishies, like
Yeah.
tropical fishies. I saw dory, the angelfish. What else did we see? Heaps
Dunno.
of coral.
Yeah,
Anyway,
lots of coral. It was
Beautiful.
still a really nice snorkel, but the next thing was supposed to be going to the sandbar, which that's obviously tidal as well. So it's just kind of you're either going to get to see it or you're not, and we can see it's just coming through now.
They going to fishing, and then if the not doing later, they going here.
oh, interesting. Okay, thank you.
So we call Makassar.
Makassar. Interesting. So, this sandbar is called Taka Makassar. Taka means coral, Makassar is like an area. So basically, that means that when the fishermen went out and had nowhere else to go, if it was no good, they would come here and they would hang out on the sandbar until it was time to go fishing again.
Oh, what, so they would just chill?
Yeah.
Oh, they just bring their bintangs and just come and hang out.
That's exactly what they just...
Oh, I'm pleased that we got to do this, because I have to say, to give credit to like Bruno and the wider crew, obviously Bruno's just our contact, they're really making an effort to make sure that we get all of the different things that fit around tide and weather and experiences and timings, because what we have done in the last 2 days is complete opposite direction and itinerary to what you had researched for us before we came here. So
And I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming if you pay less for a boat,
Oh, yeah.
there's less pressure,
flexibility.
flexibility. Do you know what I mean? So you probably don't get to move stuff around in the same way that we have.
Oh, we've got one more chance to see manta rays. We've come to a little spot here off the beach. 30% chance apparently. Fingers crossed. a little bit sad to say that we did not get to see the mantas. I will show you what they typically do look like though. We can't achieve everything on a trip like this. You've got 3 days, there's so many variables, there's so many things that you want to go to plan, you never quite know if they will. But what we did end up with is one of the most fun snorkeling experiences we have ever had. The current is wild through that second spot that we went to, and the reason the mantas go there is for that current. I'm not quite sure what it is they like about it, but they're drawn to it, as are so many other fish, and as are we now, because that was so much fun. You just literally sit in the water and it snorkels for you. You don't even need to kick, just fly on through. Crazy coral, fish just looking like they're vibing as much as we were in such a unique spot. Just come down to quickly get changed because we are about to finally get to jump off this freaking boat, and I'm so excited. I'm a kid, I love this stuff.
It's my favourite part when someone comes off something really high.
It's just like looking at it, assessing
mental
the risk
warfare.
for the first 10 minutes. Well, you decide to just jump off it anyway. We're gonna backflip it.
Whoa, look at the current. Wow, I'm going.
Don't miss the boat!
I'm just putting down the anchor. We've got some boys infiltrated the vessel. Hello. What do you have? Souvenir.
Golden hour, bintangs, on a boat, waiting for some bats. How good!
What's over your shoulder?
Barbecue! Barbecue, bintangs and bats! Is that fish down there?
Oh, corn. Whoa, full fish. That looks good.
Hello.
Hello. You've got to explain what the killer bees are.
Killer bees, killer bats.
No, but you said it was all the bees. Bears, bintangs.
Oh, barbecue! Basically what happens from what I've read is that every evening around sunset, thousands of flying foxes, which are fruit bats, come out from the mangroves to go hunting for their food over the night time. So we should be able to see them. There's mangroves just there, but I'm actually not 100% sure where they're going to fly out from. But I'm assuming it's going to be a whole big group of bats that just come flying out. Just trying to see, is there anything else? They eat fruit. They're called fruit bats. Wow, great notes.
They're actually starting to come already.
John! They must have heard me.
It's the fact that it's sunset as well, and that they leave from right behind where the sun is setting. So you get both. These are the kind of the moments that you read on an itinerary and you just kind of skim past, you don't think much about, and then you get here and it just turns into be the most unique and special thing.
Hello guys, now we are at Killer Island. So we're gonna doing snorkeling with the baby shark. Baby sharks.
Alright, so we really
That's
didn't need fins, did we?
No, that's like the lowest
Literally
effort return.
Right there. Okay, we can go back now.
We can doing also the trekking, and the view upstairs is just awesome. We can see the hills of Flores Island and it's still green.
Love it, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Another awesome stop.
Yep.
You good, babe?
Yep.
No,
Let's
you-
go trekking.
Why are you lying?
Well, my knee hurts, but my knee always hurts. I'm old, so We're keeping it positive.
Yeah, we're keeping it positive.
How long is this going to take? 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah, 10 to 15.
Probably going to take me 15.
Yeah. We also all have some kind of itchy bites, or we don't think. Yeah, it's probably sea lice. We don't know if it's actually jellyfish getting us, but Stacey's got a jellyfish on the elbow, 100%. But the rest of us, we've got itchy, scratchy things kind of all over us. But that's just what you get traveling anywhere in Asia, coming in and out of the water. It's going to happen.
I collect jellyfish stings like souvenirs at this point.
You do?
Literally everywhere I go in the world, I bring home a jellyfish sting.
Yeah, it's impressive. Who needs to pay for tattoos, eh?
Exactly.
Bruno did tell us that this hike is a little bit more raw than the other ones that we've done. But it's a little bit more, there's not really any steps. But it's just straight up, go hard for 10 to 15 minutes, and then get the rewards. It's actual mountain climbing.
Yeah. Thank you. Take my sweaty finger.
Still a ways to go.
Oh, yeah.
We have almost finished 3 full days on this trip now. Blown away, but we have a lot of thoughts.
Yeah.
And we've been making
writing
notes throughout
down.
the trip because
Yeah.
we just want to really summarize this as fast as we can.
So, things that we loved. Probably the best snorkeling ever. I think we went out on 6 snorkeling trips and we saw so many different things. Sharks, turtles, dolphins.
Yeah.
The only thing we didn't see was manta rays, but you can't control that, right? Like,
can't.
it is what it is.
Maybe not the best individual snorkeling that we've done, but as far as like a
collective
multi-trip goes, top.
So
like
good.
world class. The boat has been basically perfect. It's a good size too. There's only 16 people on board.
Yeah.
So we know everybody. Like everybody's friends, and even though we've got our group with John and Jess, like we all socialise, we'll have meals together.
And it's
That's
nice because
been
it doesn't
amazing.
take too long to organise people to like get onto the tender. You know, if you're on a bigger boat, that would take ages.
Yeah.
All the admin.
The crew has been awesome.
Everyone is lovely.
Mm.
Like, every time we come back to the boat, hi, how was it? They're all so happy, got our cold towels waiting for us, our drinks.
Yeah, and flexible because of the size of
Yeah.
the boat and the staff. They're just like, we're changing the order of the itinerary. We're working around
Yeah.
the people, the crowds, the timings, the national park itself. I mean, shit, if you've watched any of these last 2 videos, just out of this world. I can't believe we waited so long to come here.
I know, I'm kind of annoyed that we did.
Yeah,
What else?
unexpected.
So many unexpected moments as well. Like, I think for me, the most unexpected was definitely the bats coming out of the mangroves in the evening.
It's the word that comes to mind is magical. There's just so many of those moments that you just can't prepare for. We're glad we didn't spend more money on a more expensive cabin.
Yeah.
Because, and this kind of ticks over to like a semi-pro Anacon, is busier than we thought.
It's been super busy, so if we spend more on a cabin, we'd spend like 0 time there, and I don't know how we'd feel about that. It's been a bit of a hectic schedule. Early mornings, packed, like we get back to the boat, quickly get our different bags, and we're back
Yeah.
on the tender and we're back out.
Like
Which
10-minute turnarounds.
Yeah, which is great in terms of being able to see everything, but it has been, I'm tired.
Yeah, absolutely. The food, a little bit too Western, but we're not sure if they know that people like us, maybe it's not everybody, also like we want some nasi goreng. We did get some satay and
Yeah,
stuff.
last
though.
night we got a few different things, which was nice.
Yeah. But those are really the only like negatives,
Yeah.
cons, right?
That's it.
Overall, how did it compare to what you thought it was going to be?
Better.
Yeah.
It's better than I thought.
Me too.
And that's, you know, considering 10 years of expectations as well. That's a pretty... I was worried that it wasn't going to live up to the hype, but I have enjoyed every single minute.